The next few days were full of soul-searching. I was so preoccupied that sometimes I wondered if I were actually teaching my students. And they didn't seem to notice any difference in me, so I guess that I was at least going through the proper motions. As she promised, Mother didn't press me, but I could sense that she was anxiously waiting for my decision. I knew that she was praying too. I did hope that she truly was leaving it to the Father's will, and not merely pleading for him to send me forth. I wavered, which was unusual for me. One moment I would think of all those that I loved, my family, my students, my church friends, and I would inwardly cry out, I can't go, I just can't. The next instant, I would think of that part of my family in the West. Something invisible was drawing me to the older brother whom I had never really known. I also thought of all those children without a teacher, and I knew that they too wished to learn. I even considered the great adventure that this new opportunity held, and I would find myself reasoning, why not? Maybe this is the answer to the restlessness within me. Maybe I should go. Back and forth my feelings swung, like the pendulum on our grandfather clock. After considerable debate and prayer and thought, I felt directed to Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. I repeated the passage out loud and felt my anxieties relax into peace. I would go. Mother was almost beside herself with joy and excitement when I told her. Julie begged to go with me. I loved Julie, and I was sure that there would be many times in the future when I would wish for her company. But the thought of trying to watch over a girl like Julie in a land filled with men looking for brides fairly made me shiver. I was glad when Papa and Mother promptly told her no. Another month, and the school year came to a close. I waved goodbye to the last pupil, packed up all my books and teaching aids, and closed the door of the classroom carefully behind me for the last time. Blinking back some tears, I said goodbye to my fellow teachers and walked away from the school without looking back. I had let Mother tell Jonathan about my decision, and he seemed overjoyed that I actually was coming. He even wrote a letter to me, telling me so directly. His and Mother's excitement seemed to be contagious, and my desire to see my brother was growing daily. Jonathan had passed the word to the school superintendent, and he too hurried a letter off to me. Mr. Higgins, the name somehow suited my mental image of him, assured me that he was pleased to hear that I would be coming west, and, his letter stated, he would give care and consideration in assigning me to the school that he felt was right for me, and he would be most anxious to meet me upon my arrival. The days, filled with shopping, packing, and finally shipping my belongings, passed quickly. Jonathan had said that anything I could spare should be shipped early. The freight cars had a tendency to get shuttled aside at times and often took longer for the trip than the passenger cars. I secretly wondered if Jonathan wasn't using this as a ploy, reasoning that the ship-ahead trunks would be a measure of insurance against a girl who at the last moment might wish to change her mind. It could have happened, too.